Hello everyone. We'll be talking about family business. Now, what exactly is meant by the word family business? These are actually businesses that are run by members of the family. Uh, they usually start on a very small scale with maybe probably just one person, working in it, or maybe like 10 people working in it, or few people working in it. As soon as the business starts to, grow in size, as it becomes successful, more family members are inducted into the business. As soon as family members, maybe let's suppose they are on the key positions in the business, and the maximum amount of family members are there, they probably might call in external laborers to work in the business. Family business usually starts, as I mentioned, from a very small scale. Usually they start growing, and it grows in size. Usually businesses that are family business, they usually have sons. Maybe let's suppose Ghani and Sons, or let's suppose maybe they've got brothers in the end. I'll be getting it, brothers. So because they're usually family business, but it is not necessary that a family business must have sons or brother in the end. They can just have normal name without sons and brother in the end. So family business usually starts with a limited amount of money in the family. The person starts the business, he starts working. As the workload starts to increase, the owner might attract his wife into the business, and might call, if the children are grown up, they might call the children, or maybe the cousins, other relatives. So that's actually a family business. There are certain advantages. Now if we talk about plus means advantages, there are certain advantages that if we talk about family business, what are the advantages? If we are running a family business, the secrecy of the business, the secrecy of the business can remain within the family, because the key, the secret, decisions, the planning of the business can remain within the family members. So there's one advantage. Okay, the second advantage that we have is there is more sense of ownership, because they're actually owners that are running the business. So everyone works wholeheartedly in the business. If we talk about the third advantage, now what is the third advantage that we have of running a family business? The third advantage of running a family business can be less wage expense. It can be possible that all the owners might decide in a family business that we won't take any salary. We would be concerned with the profit that the business makes, and we would share it according to our percentages. So it is possible that when there is less sales, there probably might be less expenses because of low or zero probably expense of salaries. What else can be an advantage of running a family business? There is more time available to discuss business issues. For example, after the business, they interact on dinner, and let's suppose they interact at home, or maybe at different family gatherings. So they have more time available to discuss about the business, so probably the business can grow more. But on the other hand, a family business also has certain drawbacks that it faces. That's minus means drawback here. What can be the drawback? The first drawback of running a family business can be conflict between family members. Let's suppose if there's a conflict between family members, so there can be an adverse effect on the business. Moreover, another disadvantage of running a family business can be limited amount of limited amount of ideas would float into the business, because there would be just limited amount of people in the family. So that's the second disadvantage. What would be the third disadvantage? The key positions would be held by members of the family. And if there are very few members in the family, and let's suppose maybe they're less skillful, or maybe they are less innovative, so this would also adversely affect the business. Fourth drawback can be dominance of elders. There can be elders in the business, maybe elder brother or maybe parents. They probably might be like, we know better than you, running the business. So those new family members into the business might be neglected. So there are both advantages and disadvantages of running a family business. So if we talk about conclusion now, what would be the conclusion of running a family business? So initially, as the family business starts to grow in size, they hire family members, they face certain advantages, they face certain disadvantages. But probably once the business further grows, they might hire specialist staff to look after the business, and they might even change the business form from probably a partnership to maybe a private limited or a public limited business. So there are both advantages and disadvantages. Thank you very much.